Welcome to Tai Chi. Everybody ready? Let's warm up. Hands at your waist, turn your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Expand your chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Waist exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Airplane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Touch toe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be careful. Shift your weight. Kick your foot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Kick your butt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Turn your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Heisman. Opening up our span, parallel feet, choose one side, sit on that side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so golden cockerel. We know we're all modifying most of our movements. So just remember now, center leg, centered hand. This other hand that's not in the front sits now a little further over. And the reason now is the pocket in which our raw egg sits is a bigger pocket or a bigger egg. So something like this. So what are we saying? How can we correct this? There is an angle from the tip of our forward finger, forward hand, to the back hand. Draw that imaginary diagonal, and that's what we're striving for, not so much close to our body. Okay, so what we want to do is make that diagonal work for us. Tip of my right hand all the way back this way. And I think if you relearn it or modify it correctly, it provides way more stability, okay? Don't forget, bring this hand in, bring this foot in, okay? Here we go. Good Tai Chi posture first. Let's open up our span a little bit more, okay? Dropping those shoulders, middle finger down to the side seam, hollowing out our chest, tucking our butt, chin down, glance way ahead, head erect. 50-50. Shift your weight up, diagonal. And center out, wear your mittens. Last set. Okay, when we kick out now, you know we're looking for an angle or a diagonal. So where does that appear? If I'm having trouble lifting up my leg, how can I help myself? I bring my hand up. I bring my hand up in coordination. If I'm having trouble bringing up that leg, it's not going to help me if it's way down here. But if it is coordinated movements, it would help me. When we come out on a kick out, we know right hand, right foot. But where's that diagonal? Here's your diagonal. We're not looking for something like this. Okay, there's no diagonal, straight line there. So we're looking for this counterbalance, Okay, here we go. Opening up our span. Thinking about what we're going to do. Shift our weight to the left, up and out. Last set. How do we hold our ball and how do we make that modification? Just as a refresher, no different. Weight still on the back foot. Modification here is how do you hold your ball? No longer palm to palm, no longer palm to palm in a direct opposite, but move both hands over so that, all right? When we move our L stance, because our ball is attached to our body, it moves with us. Fingertips go to the ceiling and we part the wild horse's mane, making that angle so this hand comes out rather than sits to the side of our thigh. It now sits outside of our thigh. Sit back, sit down, pivot, wrist to wrist. Move the ball, fingertips up to the ceiling, bow stance, wear your mittens. Okay, here we go. Root it down on our right, move the ball on an L, fingertips up. Where's your angle? Where's your mittens? Sit back, sit down. Pivot, wrist to wrist on a T. Move the ball on an L. Where are your fingertips? Where's your angle? Sit back, sit down. Pivot, wrist. L, move that ball and say pong. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, move that ball on an L. Pong. Stretch out. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Reposition your ball. Out on an L, move that ball. Pong. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Reposition your ball. Move that ball. Pong. Last set. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Hold your ball. L. Pong. Sit back, sit down. Hold your ball. L. Move the ball. Pong. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Hold your ball on a T. All right, this time now we're going to incorporate grasping of the bird's tail. So how do we do that? When we grasp the bird's tail, we come out on an L and we ward off. And we grasp the bird's tail. So noticing the differences, the tiny differences that make a big part in our modification. Watch also, when we come down and we roll back, we go slant and we go forward, showing our fingertips to our eyes. Sit back, sit down, hold our ball, center the ball. The ball can't go this way, it can't go this way. It's centered right to the middle of my body, adjusting that ball. Out on an L, ward off. Where's my angle? Then grasp the bird's tail. Watch. Roll back. This one is a slant forward at eye level. Wear your mittens. Okay? Let's go. On a T, holding our ball correctly. Step out on an L, ward off. Where's your angle? Where's your mitten? Then turn that hips and waist. Hold down the bird's tail. Sit back, sit down, look down, look back. Turn, then square, then contact. Push energy out. Roll back. And roll forward. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Where's your modification of your ball? Move the ball as you take an L stance to ward off making that angle, but yet grasping the bird's tail. So look back, sit back, turn, then square contact, push, separate, roll back, and roll forward. One more drill. Sit back, sit down. Hold your ball, centered on a T, modify it. Out on an L, move that ball, ward off, angle, and grasp the bird's tail. And turn, and then square, then contact, push, and roll back. Wearing your mittens, and getting your fingertips at eye level. Sit back, sit down, pivot. Ball and T, centered, modified. L, move that ball. Where's your angle? Okay, let's do brush knee. No different. Out on an L, move that bottom hand, push out. Angle. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Parallel and higher. L, move that bottom hand, push out. Angle. One more set. Parallel higher. T. Move the bottom hand, push out, angle. Palm. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Parallel higher. L, move that bottom hand. Palm. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. All right, now your turn to watch. So this is my parallel and higher, and I have to reteach myself this parallel hand now. It's not so much parallel, but I'll still use the word, I'll modify it. It's not up to my shoulder, but further down, and maybe not even parallel, so that there's a little, I can turn my palm, not completely this way, but slightly, okay? This is up higher. When I multitask, I'm ready because my back leg holds all my energy. I come out, and then I come this way. So for me, this hand, the hand rather than the ear hand, should come out earlier, to allow this to happen. And I have to remind myself to get out here, all right? So, okay, can we try that? Small modifications make a big difference. And for me, up until this moment here, although I was working hard to get it correct, and I know you were too, I still felt a sense of relaxation. And so that's what we're trying to continually achieve, all right? Let's do our parallel and higher, okay? So we said, no different, T stance, weighted down. Right hand, which is higher, is the same. Left hand no longer reaches up to our shoulder, but maybe at chest, and maybe slightly relaxed. So no longer parallel, but slightly relaxed. No longer parallel, but you can turn it a little bit, okay? All right, and you know the level in which we modified it. We're gonna practice. The top hand comes to our ear, the bottom hand starts to move out. Starts to move out. Starts to move out. Can you do it in that tempo? Starts to move out. Starts to move out. So at the same time the top hand comes to your ear, the bottom hand is already in the middle or slightly beyond, okay? So this is what we're trying to achieve, which would be in line when we put our L stance, it will be here, similar to how we reposition the ball to make it advance toward that advancing foot, okay? But in this time, our hands are not holding a ball. So position your hands correctly and practice. Ear, hand, heel. Ear, hand, heel. ear, hand, heel, turn the hips and waist, make the angle. All right, drill, ear, hand, heel, ear, hand, heel. So the left hand definitely has to flow, definitely has to flow. All right, ear, hand, heel, move, angle. Sit back, sit down, pivot, parallel and higher on a T. Ear, hand, heel, move, angle. Sit back, sit down. Twist, parallel higher, move. Rush your knee, angle, palm. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, parallel higher, ear, hand, heel, palm, angle. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, parallel higher on a modification. Bring it down, palm. Sit down, sit back. Pivot, parallel higher, palm. Brush your knee. Brush your knee, palm. Palm. One more. Palm. Okay. So lots to kind of fix up a little bit. So why are we fixing it up? We want to be in the movement to standardize, modify, and still hold on to traditional principles, okay? Modify, standardize, and what's the other one? Unify, unify. Do our part in trying to unify Yang Style Tai Chi. All right. So we're gonna do the 10 form. We're gonna incorporate what we just learned and more that you yourself probably saw and want to change, okay? So a time for us to kind of reevaluate and redo, okay? Good Tai Chi posture. Commencing form. Drop that water, wear your mittens. Make yourself small, tuck those elbows. Flex your knees. Center. Eye are open, ear, turn, smooth it out. Eye are open. When you come back to repulse now, make sure you have that angle. Don't come too close to your hips. Angle, palm. Modify. Down. Modify your ball. Diagonal. Move the ball. Fingertips, angle. Flip. Sit back. Smooth it out. Make that bottom hand come up and then flip. Make the bottom hand come up and then flip. Up and then flip. Up and then flip. Up. Shift. Angle on the left hand. Diagonal. Palm. And palm. and palm. Move that ball on an L, ward off, angle, mittens. Contact. Roll back. Roll forward. Eye level. Sit back, sit down. Adjust your ball. Ward off. Angle. Back. Forward. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Open. In. Embrace the tiger. Up. Rotate. Make yourself small. And close your forearm. Okay, so how you practice now is how you should try to improve and progress and practice all the time, okay? And whatever, and I'm sure there are times, just like me, where I forgot to make that modification. But the more we call attention to forgetting that, the more we're apt to not forget it the next time. So I think the best way is to take a mental note. Oh, I forgot to do it. So the next time you will remember, rather than say, oh, it's okay, nobody saw me, you know. But you yourself felt that it was something where you overlooked. It's fine to overlook because this is something new to us. But once it becomes a routine and something more acceptable, then we're on the right path. But up until that part, we're allowed to make all kinds of mistakes, but we know and we're aware that they need to be changed. Okay, so that's where we're coming from. Also, if you go back to the Sunday event, and I'm standing about here, and the professor's standing here, and I think we're parting the wild horse's mane this way, my hand is still here. But I noted that it was right away that it was a slicing of this way, but I couldn't make my body do it. So I'm always reminded when I see that, and I think it's a thumbnail for that video, or something that I had put up online, it just reminds me that I need to work a little harder. And so it's part of my journey, our journey. And to get it to be muscle memory, or undo the muscle memory that we've embedded and taught ourselves so well. But again, I want to remind you that it's not wrong. It's part of our journey to refine and unify and standardize, and that's where he's coming from. And when I think about it, he's on his journey as a teacher and as a student. And so over the years and over the period of time, he's seen a lot or felt a lot more ahas that he wants to pass on to us. All right, let's, any questions? Let's do the 24, and then let's try to implement as much as we can, okay? So we all know that we know the sequence and we know it well. So let's look for something else. And that something else is all that we've kind of modified. Okay. All right? Good Tai Chi posture. Commencing form. Open. Up. Wear your mittens. Take a deep breath in. Tuck those shoulders and elbows down. Flex those knees, round out, hold your ball, modify it, move that ball, make your angle. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, modify, move that ball, part the wild horse's mane, palm. Sit back, sit down, pivot out, modify that ball, move that ball, fingertips up. Part 3, half step, spin. We didn't talk about it, but modify the backhand. Bisect. Look back, modify that left hand. Turn, pull down, angle. Brush knee 1. Modify that right hand. Turn. Brush knee 2, angle. Modify the left hand. Turn. Long. Angle. Half step. You're on the outside. On your toe, you're coming in. Squeeze in as you play your lute. Ear and toe, and watch that spacing. Ear and up, toe in, repulse 2. Ear, watch that spacing, 3. Watch that foot. Make sure it's on a good angle to allow us to grasp the bird's tail. Center your ball, modify how you're holding it. Warding off. Move the ball. Ward off. Angle, palm. Grasp the bird's tail with your mittens. Roll back. Roll forward. Eye level. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Modify your ball in a T. Move that ball in an L to ward off on an angle. Yet, pull down, pull back, and look back. Turn, square, then contact, push out. Roll back, wear your mittens at eye level. Sit back, sit down, pivot. T, hook, out, L, angle. Parameter 1. Bottom hand meets, then flips. Bottom hand meets and then flips. And meets and flip. One more. And meets and flip. Where's that angle? Half step. Sit back. Pat your horse. Cross. Step out to the left. Elbows down. Up. And out. Angle. Tuck those elbows and shoulders down and look through your double punch. Good Tai Chi posture. Sit back. Pivot all the way. Use your hands up and out. And hook. Look. Split. Down. Set. And up. Angle. And down. And pivot. Hook. Split. Move. Set. Pump up. Angle. Extend the knee. Hold your ball correctly. Out heel. Roll, then push. Sit back, sit down. Pivot. Modify your ball. L stance, roll, push. Half step. Bend the back knee. Make sure that left hand is way out. And touch, and out. Sit back, pivot, deflect, parry, punch. Come towards the center, strip eye level, roll back, roll forward. Long, sit back, twist, open, in, embrace, up, rotate, out, separate, make yourself small. Wear your mittens as you close your form. Long. Okay, got it all in? Almost all? Okay, as long as we're moving in that direction, okay?
Just to go over a little bit what Lucille was saying, and just to maybe amplify more on it. We're learning how to turn before we advance. That's what I'm going to try to show you is turn before you advance. Otherwise, the temptation, as in the old way, we would advance and turn at the same time. So, you've got your ball, turn, and then advance. Okay? Come back here, hold your ball as you come back here. Turn, and your body, and then you come forward, okay? Same thing with say, when you're doing, grasping the bird's tail. Turn, then, okay. You're not trying to separate the two, but you're emphasizing turning before you come forward. Otherwise, what happens, you do it in one motion, and you're already here. In this case, it doesn't matter as much because you're just coming up forward. But if you were to do parting of the horse's mane and you turn and did this, what would this be? It's just hand motion. It's only hand motion. What you want to do is have body, you're coming forward, but you're also coming forward from here, coming forward from here. It's one forward, and the other forward is from here, pushing out. So when you turn, hold on to your substantial. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Substantial stays here. Body turns. Then you shift body weight, okay? And the other one is brush knee, trying to get the hands in the proper position. The way the cadence used to be was ear, hand, and then advance, okay? But again, this is almost like the example of making dots and then now trying to refine it out. What it's trying to do is make your arms move in an oval form, like blades of a propeller. You're not here and then you're here, okay? It's there, okay? And then you bring this guy in. As you're bringing this guy in, you're dropping this hand down. And then you come across, because this is coming across, this will come across. You come up here, get everybody cocked, bring it ear, ear, hand, and then, okay. Otherwise, some of us are stuck here. We come right up to here, see? Come right up to here, but it's, you get more coordination of power just by it. And if you do it rapidly, you will find it's sort of awkward to just pop your hand up here. But if you're coming in a smooth oval, hand up, hand down, come across. Hand up,
in the beginning, just like a child, when he or she connects the dots, you're allowed to connect the dots in any form you want to make sure you get the elements. But I think the challenge is now connect it a little bit more smoothly once you have the confidence that you have all the elements in. You have the the connections correctly, then smooth it out. So, you know, it goes in, just like how we taught ourselves in increments, our learning is also in increments, okay? All right, 16 now, okay? So see how you can implement what we learned cumulatively from the 10, 24, and even the warm-ups into the 16. All right? The Tai Chi posture, dropping those shoulders. Everything will fall in place. Commencing form. Open. Rotate. Wear your mittens, take a deep breath out. Relax, tuck those shoulders, elbows and wrists. Chi and ball, modify that ball. Out, fingertips out. Angle, palm. Sit back, sit down. Pivot, modify that ball, move the ball. Part, 2, angle. Half step. Spin it, angle, bisect, look back, brush knee 1, angle, and angle, palm, and sit back, and fist. Deflect, carry, palm to your elbow, eye level, roll back, roll forward, pivot, pivot, hook, T, out, single whip, angle. Half step, swirl, sit back, rock, come out, then in and set. Center, up, repulse 1, repulse 2, pivot, pirouette, out, modify that ball, out, roll, shuttle. Sit back, sit down, pivot, modify that ball, L, roll, shuttle right. Half step, bend to the needle of bottom C, angle out that right hand, 1 hand, 2 hands, touch, extend, flash arms. Sit back, pivot, cloud hands. Bring that hand up and then flip. And up and then flip, then open. And up and then flip, modify on an L to ward off, angle. Roll back, mittens, and eye level. Modify that ball, and move the ball, and an angle palm, and yet push, roll back, and out. Sit back, sit down, open, in, tuck, up, out, drop the shoulders, tuck those elbows in, wear your mittens as you close your form. Okay, one more time, make it a little better, okay? Commencing form. Part the wild horse's mane. Half step, white crane. Bisect. Brush knee. Deflect, parry and punch. Single whip. Play your lute. Waltzing of the monkey. Pirouette. Maiden. Modify. How do you hold your ball? Roll. Half step. Touch. Flash arms. Sit back. Catch it up and then flip. Bottom hand up and then flip. Cloud hands. Bottom hand up and then flip. Bottom hand up. How do you hold your ball? How do you ward off? Hold down. Sit back. How do you hold your ball? How do you move to ward off? And where's your angle? Hold back. Eye level. Sit back. Open. In. Embrace. And out. Make yourself small. Wear your mittens as you close your phone. What happened? I don't know about you, but I felt relaxed. I don't know if it's because it's cool, the music is soothing, or I don't know, I'm getting a buzz or something. But I hope it's contagious. Pong is when, if you take a deep breath in, blow it out, that end result is what Pong is. So it's often referred to as energy that is full and inflated. So that sensation that you feel is Pong. So what's the big hype about Pong? It all falls in line with substantial and insubstantial. And with the defining of what's substantial, what's insubstantial, what is Pong, gives you more of a sense of relaxation. And what little I've been doing to myself and little that I'm brainwashing myself I feel that relaxation, but I know there's more to come. Also, it falls also in line with ebbing and flowing of Tai Chi. So one of the criticisms that Professor Lee had for the group, not in any particular person, was that you're holding fast to the Yang style, but maybe too much, so that you're not getting or allowing your body to ebb and flow like a nice musical piece. And so his focus was then, how do I get these students who are very conscientious to feel what I want them to feel, but yet unify and standardize in the way that I want everybody to do it. And so the point is the Pong energy. So you ask yourself, well, I don't know what she really means. Well, all you have to do is inhale, let it out, and that relaxation at the end of letting it out is that energy we're looking for. And what does it do? It makes us relax. Everything shrinks down, okay?
Okay. When we do, say on the 16th, but anyway, you end up here on the 16th after 2 brush knees. When you come back, this hand has a purpose. It's as if you were going to do another brush knee. The left hand, it comes up here. It doesn't stay home down here. It comes up here, and as this hand is coming, this comes from here, it's here, this hand is still here. And as you come forward, this hand comes down, the left hand comes down and to the side as this is coming forward. And so you're coming from this position here, but you started off here, down, here. It's sort of a from the bottom, okay? You get what I get? You came from here, cross here, turn at the hip, and advance to parry, and then punch, okay? We're coming from here. This hand comes up just like you were going to do another brush knee in the 16th. But as this is coming across, becomes this. And this hand is up here. This hand comes down. And then as you're coming forward, you're blocking, okay? Try that one more time. Here. For the 24, you're coming from this position. The hand is already up. So you stay home and you stay with your hand up just like the other, except now you're coming this way. This hand is coming down. This hand is coming up. This hand is coming down. Same thing. So this hand has something to do. When we first began taking Tai Chi, we would watch, and this hand would always be shielded from the teacher's doing it, and it's shielded, and we say, what's happening to this hand? And it's only over time, looking at different people performing, different people at different positions, I finally got an idea of what this thing is. You know, you're coming from here, hand up, okay. Well, hopefully this has been a useful lesson. I've sort of enjoyed watching.